7 officers injured, businesses looted, cars destroyed. And now Maryland is officially under a state of emergency. The box on the left of your screen shows a live look at the violent scene that began in the early afternoon and continues tonight in Baltimore as protesters riot following the funeral for Freddie Gray.
Gray died after his spine was severed while in police custody under circumstances that remain unclear. Now, earlier in the day, the Baltimore Police Department said it had received a credible threat that gangs were teaming up to take out officers. And for the past 5 hours or so, protesters have thrown all sorts of things at police, including rocks and bricks. They've also set cars and businesses on fire.
Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Guy Ashley.
And I'm Stella Inger. Well, the National Guard is making their way to Baltimore right now after Governor Larry Hogan officially declared a state of emergency. This is another look at the absolute mayhem that's been unfolding for hours. One of the 7 injured officers is reportedly right now unresponsive. And this is footage of a CVS pharmacy, which you'll see in a second, being completely looted and set on fire. But a spokesman said the store was closed earlier in the day out of an abundance of caution, so no customers or employees were there at the time.
My God, Wolf, I am at the corner of West North and Pennsylvania Avenue, and it just gets worse if that is possible. You have a fire, a major fire in a very busy area of the city. You have people throwing things at the police as they try to clear the area. You can see the firefighters have finally arrived on the scene here at the CVS, and they're just now getting hoses on it. It has been burning for quite some time. The cars, which are right down the way here, have been burning for over an hour.
We just saw a firefighter go in through some kind of an opening in the roof. They're trying to let some smoke out, and a lot of smoke is billowing out, kind of blowing toward where we are and enveloping the riot-clad police officers that are right around this building, as you mentioned, trying to protect the firefighters. Another fire truck just pulled in to this alleyway to try to give support to the firefighters who went in, but we definitely saw a moment ago one firefighter going right through the roof as the smoke was billowing out.
The governor of Maryland declaring a state of emergency after riots broke out following Freddie Gray's funeral.
Yeah, the mayor, the Baltimore official is now taking to the podium to address the public. So let's take a listen to what they're saying.
Stand for that. We're fully deployed at this point. We cancel leave for all our police officers. So they are deployed on the streets as we speak. Each shift is fully staffed. We called in outside resources from all over the state of Maryland to give us an assist here. We're not going to tolerate this. Our priorities right now is to restore order in the city. Our priorities right now is officer safety and the safety of the community. Thank you.
Council President.
Good evening. I am deeply saddened by what's taking place in the great city of Baltimore. This reminds me of 1968 when the riots were taking place during the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King, where people were destroying their own stores and properties in their own community. This is unacceptable. This is not what Freddie Gray's family wanted. They asked that there be no protests, marches, or anything of that nature today. And the organizers of those marches are not participating in what's taking place today. As the mayor has stated, these are thugs who are seizing upon an opportunity to show their anger and their distrust and their frustration at the police department. This is not the way to do it. We have the Department of Justice in here, along with our state's attorney, that's doing the investigation of this murder or killing, whatever you want to call it. Some are saying a murder, some are saying a killing. But we have to let the Department of Justice and the state's attorney office do their job. We can't rush to judgment. A lot of people are saying, let's, get this answered now.
There you hear it, officials in Baltimore addressing the mayhem that's been going on now for about 5 or 6 hours. They're saying as of right now, their priority is to restore order and even going as far as calling them thugs.
It was so interesting earlier today when that CVS was burning, the firefighters set up a hose at a hydrant to put it out, and some of the protesters actually took knives or something and went up there and poked holes in the hose.